In this video, I'm going to demonstrate to you some advanced radio system features. First, let's go over how to check if a radio is enabled. So, this radio is turned off, so you can see here, volume knob's down all the way, it's clicked off. Let's turn it on. Alright, let's see what this radio's ID is by transmitting. It'll show up on the screen. Testing this radio, testing it. So this is radio 1006. Now, let's use some advanced features. So, here's how you can check if a radio is operational without notifying the user. Press P4, enter your contacts menu, scroll over to manual dial, hit enter, and type in your radio's number, in this case 1006. Hit enter, and scroll over to radio check. That will tell you if the radio is on the system or not. If it's turned on, let's turn it off and try again, and you'll see it'll fail. Alright, so it's trying over and over, and eventually is going to time out, say that there's an error. There you go. Target radio not available. So, let's turn it back on, and let's go to another channel and show how to do a private call. So let's say that someone at the base station wants to call this radio privately, like a telephone call. So first what you can do is just directly type in the radio's number, and that will enter a private call like so. Calling radio 1006 on a private call. But if you want it to ring like a telephone and wait for them to pick up, you can once again enter the menu, go to contacts, enter the radio ID, and hit call alert. There you go. It's ringing like a phone, and you answer it, and this initiates a private call. So as you can see here, it says private call. It goes both ways, and if nobody transmits for a set amount of time, the call will time out and end automatically. So let's let it sit here, and eventually you'll see call end, and it'll no longer be a private call. There you go. The private call is complete. Now, as you saw, this radio is on channel 2, which is facilities. This one was on main campus, which is channel 1. The radios do not have to be on the same channel to initiate a private call. Now, additionally, you can perform some other actions. Now, let's say this radio is lost or stolen. Someone's wreaking havoc, transmitting on the radio system and being super annoying. So, here's how you disable it. You go here, you go to contacts, go over to manual dial, dial your radio number, 1006 in this case, hit enter, and scroll over to radio disable. Hit enter, and the radio is remotely disabled. It's now effectively a brick and acts like it has a completely dead battery. Doesn't do anything when you hit push to talk. When it's on or off, doesn't do anything. It's basically a paperweight now. Now if you want to turn the radio back on, you go back here to manual dial, and you go over to radio enable. And now the radio is back on, turns back on, and it is fully functional once again. Let's show the remote monitor feature. Now this is a way to, I guess, listen in on a radio without the user knowing. I don't know what the use would be for you, but I've left it just in case you find it useful. So, manual dial, hit enter, and let's scroll over to remote monitor. Now the radio will transmit and you will hear it without notifying the user. So it looks like nothing's happening, but as you can tell, the radio is transmitting. And this will eventually time out on its own, or you can cancel it by hitting back or enter. Alright, that's a demonstration of those features. Once again, in order to use them, you need this numeric keypad microphone hooked up, which I will provide as well as with the desk mic. You can use either one that you would like. Thank you.